The American Civil War brought about many important changes to the nation, including some new amendments to the Constitution. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments are called the Reconstruction Amendments, since they put into law certain conditions resulting from the Civil War.
The Civil War amendments, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, come about almost as a requirement for the South to come back into the Union. The three of them taken together are concerned with the issues of slavery.
The 13th Amendment put an end to slavery in America. It states, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, shall exist. The 14th Amendment has become one of the most important parts of the Constitution. It's divided into 4 sections. The purpose of Section 1 is to make citizens of former slaves. It states, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Section 1 goes on to establish this important doctrine. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law. The scope of the 14th Amendment has broadened since it was written. It now gives citizen rights to all who have come to America from other countries once they become naturalized citizens, and it ensures that fair legal methods are used when a person's life, liberty, or property is in question. The Due Process of Law Clause is generally regarded as being protection against violation on the state level of individual rights which are guaranteed in the Bill of Rights.
The Due Process of Law Clause is located 2 places in the Constitution, in the 5th Amendment and in the 14th Amendment, one applying to the national government in the 5th Amendment and one applying to the states. Due process means that one has the process due to them. The courts have ruled it means procedural regularity and fundamental fairness, and requires that systematically each of us is treated the same in the eyes of the law. That the courts don't make any distinctions about us, whether we're rich or poor, black or white, male or female. There's also a large body of law dealing with what's called substantive due process, that the substance of the law in and of itself can't treat us unfairly, that laws can't make in their substance distinctions about us that are unfair.
The final phrase of Section 1 is one of the most important in the Constitution, that as citizens we all will have equal protection of the laws. Whatever rights are given or rules made, they must be the same for everyone.
The 14th Amendment guarantees numerous rights. Probably the most important part of the 14th Amendment is that it applies directly to the states, meaning that states cannot infringe the rights of American people. Previously, the First Amendment, for example, says Congress shall make no law. The 14th Amendment says no state shall. And what that means is the 14th Amendment, in applying to the states, limits the state's ability to hurt the American people.
Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the 14th Amendment are now obsolete. They had to do with a change in the way the census was taken, punishment of Southern congressmen who rebelled against the Union prior to the Civil War, and the denial of the government to honor debts incurred by the Southern states in their rebellion against the North. The 15th Amendment represents a very important step forward for our country. It gives the right to vote to citizens regardless of their race, color, or previous condition of servitude. This amendment was specifically meant to grant voting privileges to slaves who became free following the Civil War, but it extends the right to vote to all men regardless of race or color. Notice we said all men. At this point in our nation's history, women were still denied the right to vote. It's a serious problem that wasn't corrected for another 50 years.